Everyone, this is Nikachu. I'm here with my brother, and we are here for round 5. Yeah, the final round of this Legacy League. We're playing Merfolk and Legacy to prepare for Grand Prix Las Vegas. We're going to thank our sponsor, themanabase.com. Don't forget that we've got Delving with Devin. He's doing stuff all over the place. Go check him out on themanabase.com. I don't even know what he's up to these days. We have everything light hand. This hand just does not have a lot of stuff going for it. Yeah, turn 1 Relic. We can cycle this. We could also cycle the Spreading Season. Maybe combined with Wasteland we can get somewhere. We'll keep it, see what happens. This hand sucks, let's keep it. We gotta remember that the Wasteland is not actually a land, it's more like a spell. Well, it's like a half land, half spell in our deck. I feel the lag in this match. I hope we're not going to lose on time or anything like that. I wonder what he thinks of our deck. Turn 1 Island Relic of Progenitus. I think we're the only deck in Legacy doing this right now. Okay. Underground Sea, Deathrite Shaman, gotcha. Okay.
What is he playing?
It could be bugged. It could be a lot of things. But you know what? This Relic of Progenitus is going to be awesome. There's our true name Nemesis. So let's try to ramp into that. How do we ramp into that? Sort of wants to play Spreading Seas, but if they play Days, that feels pretty bad. But what if they do play Days? Who cares? But if they play Days, that puts a card in their graveyard, and then if they fetch, then we can't relic that. It's complicated. It's complicated. And we don't really want to wasteland this because it turns the Deathrite on. So I guess we play Island. Well, if this is not Bug Delver, then the Spreading Seas is good. Okay, let's just do this. Let's use our mana. That's right. Spreading Seas your Underground Sea. Sure, you can use the mana anyway, but I don't care. And if he dazes, that draws out a daze actually from his hand. So he can't counter our true name Nemesis. So that does work out for us. I guess I should just relic the days away immediately.
You think?
You gotta be tight in Legacy. This is not very tight at the moment. I'm gonna relic the days away now. Still don't know what we're up against yet.
Pile of cards.
Could be anything. Yeah, absolutely. Right now we're looking at a pile of cards. What did they do? They chose to not shuffle their library, so they kept all the cards on top. Oh boy. Oh boy. If you don't, are you gonna play a land? If you don't play a land, I'm gonna ruin you. Okay, let's see if this... Oh, I got Force of Will now. Because they can't have any mana. They just can't. So let's Wasteland. Let's attempt to Wasteland. It's a non-basic land.
Yeah, but you're lagging.
Oh, I'm lagging. I see, I see. I got it, I got it. I'm lagging like crazy. No! Turn off auto yields. Oh boy. Lag's gonna beat us this game. There's gonna be a get dunked on for lag. And then if this gets dazed somehow, or countered or something, it will clear the way for our true name Nemesis. So I wasteland first so that he can't daze whatsoever. He's going to force will this. I'm not going to fight over this. He 2-for-1'd himself. That's fine with me. He had a land. Look at that. And then maybe if we draw a blue card, we'll be able to play this True Name Nemesis with Force of Will back up. Oh, I've really turned the Deathrite Shaman on, that's for sure. It's funny, Deathrite Shaman can't be played off of this thing. Ooh, Young Pyromancer. Okay, we're going to let that resolve. Because I really need... If I Force of Will this, then I really don't have really all that much action. Sure. You see my beautiful True Name Nemesis, which hopefully can brick wall your board. I could crack Relic here, leave him on 1 mana. No, I'm just going to try to play this True Name. We got through 2 counterspells so far. And he had another Daze. So now we're under an enormous amount of pressure. We're definitely going to crack the Relic next turn. So that the Deathrite Shaman doesn't have all that much stuff to eat. So we're going to get hit for 5 here. We are very behind. This hand looked... Our whole entire hand looked incredibly promising. And now in the end it looks very, very bad. And we were on the play even. So they've got a Volcanic in their hand. Because that's what they returned back to their hand with Daze. Okay. That's pretty poopy. We will exile graveyards. This will be the last thing Deathrite Shaman can eat. Hopefully we draw something useful. Maybe like Silvergill Adept or something. Truth be told, Silvergill Adept is not really what we're looking for right now. That's not bad. I'll play this with some Force of Will backup. We can chump block the tokens for a little while. If we draw one more Lord, we can actually go on the we can go back. We can go on the offensive here. So they get a token. I'm going to Force of Will this. Losing us precious life. Precious, precious life. Let's see, if we draw a Lord, we attack for 7, and then we can attack for the win. So we can come back. We can definitely come back from this, and our opponent doesn't have any green mana to use Deathrite Shamans. Well, there aren't even any creatures in the graveyard either. There are instants and sorceries though, so our life total might be in trouble in that department. Ooh, another relic. Careful, stop, don't rock my lamp too much. Let's get rid of the lightning bolt. I guess I don't have to do this. Well, actually, I don't mind cracking this in response to him using the Deathrite Shaman's ability. So now we have to crack this, and I'm going to crack it using blue mana, and I'm going to attack with the Mutavault. Get in for 3, give ourselves a chance to win the game. I think this is wise. He didn't attack last turn. See, if he plays an instant, he can hit me for 6. Let's just hope he doesn't have an instant. Gut shot, gonna come in. Gonna have a nice sweet target for that young Pyromancer. Young Pyromancer, of course, probably gonna get some damage in, or get some value with a token, but whatever. That's what they do. How many days does this guy show? Was it
2.
1 or 2? Was it 2 days?
Yes.
And I guess he Force-of-Willed the Harbinger of the Tides? Because at the time, if that Deathrite Shaman went back to his hand, he was dead. So I'm going to take 4. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. Well, I can hard cast this thing. So what am I looking at? Yeah, I might as well do that. Hope their opponent just has a lot of trash in hand. Oh, Silver Gill Adept. That is not really what I want to see, but whatever. So we're in a situation where if our opponent draws a removal spell, we're in really bad shape. Because if they go all out on an attack, we're definitely blocking those tokens, and we're definitely going to get blown out. Gitaxian Probe keeps the gas coming for our opponent. I wish I knew what's in this guy's deck. It could be Tasigur for all I know. Our opponent isn't snap like shooting our creatures or snap attacking, so likely no removal spell in hand. It's interesting. Just block the tokens. I don't really want to trade with the Young Pyromancer ever. Also, if I trade with the Young Pyromancer, there's some chance that they gain life. So we're at a virtual 4. Delver of Secrets, alright. We're at a virtual 1 if he draws some sort of instant off the top of their deck. Alright, let's just cast this. Or hold on, what other options do we have? Sitting back does not look like attacking for 3 does not really look like an option to us. We're just going to cast this thing for 5 mana. There's a lot of embarrassing things that we can draw off the top of our deck. Let's hope we don't get any of them.
What are you hoping for?
Lord. I'm just hoping for a Lord. Like, it's the only way we can win the game. They're at 9, so yeah, that's one way we can win the game. So we're going to go down to 4. We have 3 blockers. Do we have enough? Like, do we have to hope that this Delver does not flip? Because if it flips, then there's just more creatures than we have blocking. And here comes the cavalry. All right, so we lose. We lose horribly. Concede. Game 2. So this is definitely a gut shot matchup. Looks very good for gut shot. Not sure if it looks good for Wasteland, but we're going to bring him in anyway. We only have so much time, man. Okay, so this is definitely I think this is definitely a Relic matchup. It's probably not a Gilded Drake matchup. It's definitely not a Spreading Seas matchup. Okay, so we'll bring in Gutshot. We'll bring in Spell Pierce. We'll bring in Relic. We'll bring in the Cavern of Souls. And we'll bring in the Wastelands. Oops, no, we're not bringing in Gilded Drake. We'll bring in Wasteland. We're going to take out Force of Will. We're going to take out Aether Vial. And we'll take out Spreading Seas. And then maybe if we don't have enough space, we'll take out one Gutshot. Or maybe we'll take out a Relic. So we have to take out 2 things here. We'll take out... Definitely like the Spell Pierces. Trim 1 Relic, 1 Gutshot. Oh, I have a Force of Will to still get rid of. Too much lag right now. Wait for lag to update my... I don't understand. I don't know the rhyme or reason for what's behind it. Oh, it doesn't say it's here, but it's actually here. Okay, it's just 0 cards. It says 4 here. 4, 8, 10. But it shows 16 cards up here. 23, 24. Oh, it's not letting me submit the deck! What is this voodoo? I have to bring something in. Relic? It won't let me submit the deck at 60 cards. Okay, I'll bring in a Gutshot, and I don't know what's going on. Whatever. I will fight for reimbursement if that's what it has. If that's what it takes. I hope I do not draw a Force of Will in this game. We have a lot of things to do on turn 1, that's for sure. A lot of 1-drops. And a lot of mana. Now on the draw, I don't know what we're going to do. Are we going to bring in the Aether Vials back on the draw? I like the idea of having Aether Vial on the draw against Delver decks. We're definitely going first. This hand's terrible. We're going to mulligan. This hand's playable. We'll keep it. Our opponent mulliganed. Silver Gilded Adept. Yeah, we'll keep that on top. That'll help us draw into more gas. Alright, Curse Catcher, go. Alternatively, maybe we could have played Relic of Progenitus turn 1 into Curse Catcher on turn 2. Keep the mana from our opponent's side down. Delver of Secrets, sure. And I guess we'll try to get the Silvergill Adept on the board before our opponent can do anything about it. Well, I guess I could have attacked with the Curse Catcher, because, like, what are the odds? Well, to be honest, people have blocked with their Delver of Secrets. I've seen this many times. I really need this. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, we'll attack. Now we'll attack first, and then if they block, I guess we don't have to use the gut shot. Okay, so now we will gut shot this thing. And we've got Curse Catcher back up. And hopefully that's the only threat they had.
Right in the gut.
Right in the gut. As demonstrated in this card. Right in the gut. Down here, we have a more pointed version of the scriptures. Okay, then. Yeah, okay, we'll let Ponder resolve. It'll help me resolve the Master of the Pearl Trident later. Curse Catcher, I mean.
So I'm guessing this is gold.
That's gold card. Gold card. My brother's learning about gold cards from which one of these? Single card strategies
no,
or
Deep
something?
Magic.
Deep Magic.
You mentioned gold as a color. Is there silver? Is there copper?
Artifact, basically. No.
They need to start doing the in-between colors. Orange, magenta, brown.
I wish I knew what was in our opponent's hand. That would make countering some of those spells easier. They know what's in our hand now. Deathrite Shaman, sure. That is going to be a bit useless right now. Guess I'll just play the Master. And hit for 5. There might be a better way of sequencing this, because I could play Relic, holding up Vapor Snag. For example, here he's got sort of free reign to kill both the Master of the Pearl Trident and Silvergill Adept without me being able to protect either of them. You're just going to pass to my turn? What's in your hand? Could be like a Tombstalker or a Gurmag Angler. Could be. I got the Vapor Snag for it too. Holy smokes. What is this? Is an additional cost to cast Fire Covenant, pay X life. It deals X damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures. Alright then, so everything gets cooked. Now would be a good time for Spell Pierce. But of course he would know about it. And the Vapor Snag shields are down. On the plus side, our opponent is almost dead. Like, almost in gut shot range. So, pretty sure we're, pretty sure we're playing Relic. Pretty sure we're cracking it instantly. island and go. Not going to play the Cavern of Souls because they have a Wasteland out, and if he uses the Wasteland, then he can activate Deathrite Shaman. No access to green mana yet. They know I have Vapor Snag, but they don't know that I have Gut Shot. They're at a fragile life total, like one fetch away, and we are very close from just killing them with Vapor Snags and Gut Shots. Gonna get in there? Gonna get in there, that's right. Get in there. Deathrite Shaman. Ooh, I have a Wasteland. I guess I can play it. And we can play a Wasteland game. If they want to Wasteland my Wasteland, I can Wasteland something of theirs. Truth be told, he can always Wasteland his own Wasteland. If he wanted to. I have another Wasteland. I'm going to take out everything. All of your lands, I'm going to remove them all. This could be funny. I could get rid of this Deathrite Shaman as well.
Good.
I think I'm just going to let them sit for a little while, though. Or maybe I'll make a move at end of turn. I'm not a Wasteland player. I don't know how to use this card properly. I do know, however, that they don't have a lot of non-basic lands in their deck. They could be hoarding like a bunch of lands in their hand, though. As we usually see in this series, I am drawing nothing. I mean, truth be told, I guess I had something and I just didn't do anything with it. Maybe I should put a stop on my turn. No. I don't know when the right time is to Wasteland.
Any time is good.
Could be. Like, my concern is him dazing one of my Wastelands. That would feel pretty bad. This would be a moment where it would be really good to know how many of one color someone has in their deck of something. Either it might be looking really patient and good, or I might be looking really stupid, passing the turn back over and over and over again. Our opponent has more Wastelands. Maybe there'll be a Wasteland war at some point. Okay, Delver resolves.
Can you guys shut him for the win?
Nope.
Why not?
I just can't. It's just too far in life. I think I'm going to start
Oh, right, it's only for 1 damage, right? Yeah.
It's only for 1 damage. It's close, though. Okay, let's start chewing lands off. Because I don't know what else to do with these Wastelands. And I guess at their upkeep we're going to do something. hold on to this Cavernous Soul for the moment we draw True Name Nemesis. He might be considering not... He might maybe has some weird counterspell that I don't know about right now. He has some sort of interaction that he wants to play at end of turn that he otherwise can't do. Oh, yeah, so maybe he's got like Fatal Push or something. So at his upkeep, though, we're going to go for the double gut shot on the Delver. One of them's got to resolve. He's so close to dead with these Vapor Snags. Force pitching. What was pitched anyway? Another Force Will? Anyway, we're going to use another one. So our opponent still knows about our Vapor Snag. Doesn't know about anything else. And we're going to let him draw. Can't use Deathrite Shaman except for attacking now, I guess. Does not attack with it. I know we have 23 lands in the deck, but like seriously, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, this is pretty stupid. Deck sorting algorithm. Shuffling, rather.
Oops. Let's see what they do at end of turn. If they don't play a land, then maybe I'm going to bounce the Deathrite Shaman back to their hand. I just feel it's pretty greedy to try to Vapor Snag, because in response they can do something like this. And then all of a sudden I'm in a lot of trouble. True Name. Just put them out of their misery with True Name Nemesis. It's not bad. It's not good either. Well, we're going to have to do something. So play this, Merfolk. And then pass. And then if they use the Deathrite Shaman... We are bouncing that damn thing. He should have done this at our draw step or something. Now he can't use the Deathrite Shaman at end of turn. Okay, that's fine. So he can... I mean, I'm not going to be happy if he counters the Harbinger of the Tides, but whatever. No, it looks like he's going to try to do something. Really sorry if I keep dropping my pen right next to the microphone. I'm just really finicky with this thing.
You need a fidget cube.
It's going to eat my gut shots. It's time for me to nail this Deathrite Shaman. Yeah, so if my opponent sequenced this properly, wastelanded at, I don't know, beginning of combat, for example, waited for the mana to go away, they could have done this at end of turn quite profitably. So now, if they cast their Deathrite Shaman, I'm going to attack them, and they're probably going to have to chump block, and then they're going to be dead. For all I know, our opponent has like Fatal Push and a bunch of other stuff in their hand. If they go for a Fatal Push here, I'm going to Vapor Snag the Harbinger of the Tides. No question about it. Snap.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is. Not even going to blink. I need this guy. You are Harbinger of the Tides, you are my win condition. I am not really seeing anything. I definitely have to reevaluate. I forgot about Smuggler's Copter. I think Smuggler's Copter would work pretty well in this deck, especially since I have a diverse number of weird threats and stuff in the main.
He's defenseless.
Screw your couch. Well, hopefully. Oh no, do you have another Force of Will? Maybe I should try to bait him out with Harbinger of the Tides. Or are you thinking about resigning?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Or it was just lag. Our opponent, fortunately, has less time than us, so the lag disadvantage isn't going to be that big. Good question. Do we have... Did we go post board with 61 cards? What does it say here? And how do we fix this? 10... No, it says 60 cards. So I have the option to bring the Aether Vials in on the draw. I don't think I will. I think I'm just going to keep this as it is. Yeah. Keep it as it is. Could maybe remove one Vapor Snag for a Relic. Seems pretty good. Deathrite Shaman's annoying. But we're just gonna submit this. That was a spicy one, wasn't it? This guy exchanged his life for damage for creatures on the board. So how many creatures do I have? I got 24 creatures. 8 of them are sort of meh. Yeah, maybe we gotta up the creature count by something. Smuggler's Copter would... I don't believe in Smuggler's Copter in Modern because there's just so much artifact removal, especially in the form of Kolaghan's Command, and Abrupt Decay is running wild all over the place. But... okay, well, there's still a lot of removal spells for Smuggler's Copter in Legacy. However, I think it is just a much more useful card. It doesn't get blown out as much, and it makes use of our Curse Catchers. Not to mention that it is important that you block flyers. We'll keep this.
How useful is it in Vintage?
It's probably useless in Vintage. He goes turn 1 Deathrite Shaman, probably go turn 1 Relic, and just start eating stuff away from the graveyard. That was good. We'll just play... I'll try to play patiently. He might get one more mana off with this thing, but that's okay, because he'll have a fetch into something. Or maybe that's the end. Maybe that's the end of his mana. His mana.
There should be a Merfolk card that grows based upon the amount of Merfolk in the graveyard.
Merfolk of the Death.
All these Tamagotchi.
Oh! Going in with Deathrite Shaman.
That's weak.
That feigns weakness, that's for sure. That's weakness if I ever saw it. Another Deathrite Shaman. Oh, the Relic is doing good work.
They could call it plenty of fish
what?
to see.
What is in his hand then? If he plays Scalding Tarn like that. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna just play patiently. No rush. We're gonna sit on this Relic of Progenitus. Sit on this baby. I have no idea what he has in mind. Next turn we'll play Silvergill Adapt with Relic of Progenitus backup. We could have anything right now.
He's gonna poke you.
He's gonna poke me for 2. If you can't add mana with those things, just attack with them. Why not? More lands. Gut shots. That'll be good when it becomes good. Well, I might as well poke you. Now I'm happy with this hand. Silvergill Adapts into tons of lords. Love it. Just loving it.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Show another Silvergill Adapt. Maybe he's got that weird card. And I should relic this thing right now. Relic away his land before he plays any spells. Well, he's catching up on the clock because he probably is not playing with lag, and we are. Okay, so I'm gonna eat. Eat the mana. Maybe he has a lot of interactive spells like this in his hand. Go. We can't have anything significant in his hand because otherwise he would have played it by now. This could be a real tight, close game. One thing that would make my day is Cavern of Souls. Well, Pyroblast could still do something about that. Because it just destroy target blue spell, or blue permanent. Almighty Brainstorm. Spell Pierce wouldn't be too bad here. Force him to crack that Delta. Lose his shuffle effect. The hidden powers of Brainstorm. Or sorry, the hidden powers against Brainstorm. Okay.
His clock is in the red.
That's good. Our life total's in the red. I don't know the difference between... Actually, no, there's no point playing this right now. Let's just attack for 1. He just might Pyroblast us to death. Phyrexian mana spells aren't cheap. Another Pyroblast, okay.
So I got 2 cards left.
Yes, indeed. I think if he fetches here, I'm going to crack the Relic. There's actually no point in fetching. Or actually, yeah, I have to do this now, if I want to do this at all. Because he might, if I pass priority, he might not actually do anything. We draw a Wasteland. Which is sort of useful. I can hold up a blocker in the form of Mutavault. But I really want one more land so we can start getting Lord of Atlantis on the battlefield and then really make short work of their life total very, very quickly. Okay, we lose Mutavault. So we're back to square one. Now, do I play Silvergill Adept? Because it's not useful right now. We might as well play Lords, because if we draw a blue source next turn, then I think that's very good for us. And this also gives us the quickest route to victory. And finally we have something that can block these damn Deathrite Shamans. I suspect he has to have removal. What are these other 2 cards he has in his hand?
Land.
It's possible. He's played, I think, a land drop every single turn. No, it's that weird card, I think. Yeah, so 4 damage, so we have to... Wastelanding right now, it doesn't do anything. Alright, so if we draw an island next turn, we can go Silvergill Adept into Lord of Atlantis, and I think we'd be in very good shape. That's fine, because we can Gutshot that. It's interesting. Oh, leaving one up because to put a clock on us. That's fine. That makes sense too. True name. Okay, let's hope this resolves. It's a red spell, so you can't Pyroblast this. Okay, so I'm dead in how many turns? There's 1, 2 things in the graveyard. So let's put True Name in play. Hopefully it's invincible. If you daze this, if you dare daze this.
With your 1 card.
Okay, finally something sticks. It's a race though, it's a race. We've got 2 instants in the graveyard. That's enough to put me down to 6. Yeah, we're at 2 right now, which means 3. Yeah, so I guess he or she needs 3 more in order to make it a done deal. Really looking for an island here. We get the island. That's good news. They know Lord of Atlantis is coming. Does that change your mind in any way? You are going to play Daze here. So if I play Lord of Atlantis, put you down to 7, I can win next turn. Okay, so this will counter the Lord of Atlantis. I will not pay for it. So that puts the second one in the graveyard. So we're hoping for no instant or sorcery next turn, I guess. That's what we're hoping for. Otherwise, our opponent wins. It's all coming down to that. Our opponent also could... No, if they want to win, they have to eat these things up right now to put themselves in a position to win next turn. It's a close match. What did it come down to? They can also gain 2 life. Sick as that is. So I can hit them for how much though? 5, 8. Put them down to 1. So they have a redraw into whatever they're looking for. Damn it. 8. There's so many creatures in the graveyard. Oh, I have this Wasteland on the board. I could like Wasteland their mana. At my upkeep, I should have Wastelanded. So I'm at 4. Well, the thing, it's not that bad then. It's not the end of the world. It needs to be 2 more instants. Cast. I'm hoping I'm doing this all in the right order. I might not be. I'm hoping this person's thinking, well, I'm not dead. I can start exiling creatures for like a turn. That's what I'm sort of hoping here for. Lord Magicus, find some good line here. There's definitely a good line here. I don't have the time to think about it, and I'm under like a ton of pressure. I'm hanging on for dear life here, damn it. Maybe this deck can live with like 3 Cavernous Souls in the main deck. I was so concerned that we need so much blue mana, but we like had tons of blue mana. The curve was too low. Oh, but the curve was probably rightfully low. Maybe my opponent has just decided, do you know what, damn it, I lose. I give up. I'm going to just time out. Back with everything?
Yep.
I'm well aware that some removal spell could be played on the Lord of Atlantis, and then he can double block the other Lord of Atlantis. But then if he does that, well, I guess it doesn't matter. Doesn't change much. Green mana? No, black mana. Is this the weird pay life card? Dismember.
Classic.
Classic Dismember. Okay, okay. So you're going to get hit for 4 instead. And I guess my life is hanging in the balance over whatever you draw on the top of your deck. I'm going to cast Curse Catcher.
You can soak up a point of damage.
And I'm going to, I guess, Wasteland an Underground Sea, but I don't think that would change much. You know, going to 1 was probably a concern to him because of maybe Gut Shot. So does Wasteland do anything? He's got, there's one mana source in the graveyard. What does hitting this Underground Sea do, if anything at all? I don't know. I'm gonna hit it. Oh, we just got it. I feel sick. Just hope he draws like Young Pyromancer or some garbage like this. We're not even killing him here. Oh, and he ponders. We're dead. We lose to Deathrite Shamans. It's sad. It really is. But we lose to Deathrite Shamans. Oh, hold on. Or do we win on time? Our opponent is at 0-0-0. What's going on here? The lag has me in absolute suspense. Oh, we won on time. And that's going to be the manabase.com. Get dunked on instant replay. That's how it is in chess. Sometimes if you want to make good decisions, you have to use up your time, and you might get yourself to a good board position, but do you know what? It's not worth the time that you had to spend on it. So if they had to play faster, they might not have played as well as they did. Our deck was our threat lens. I don't know. Sorry, our deck is not threat dense enough. We were just drawing too much air too often. I don't even know what. Tidebinder Mage would have been good there, I think. I'm not sure. I definitely probably could have played that a lot better near the end, especially when I had Wasteland on the board. I could probably blow up one of the Underground Seas, which mean they couldn't eat up 2 instants on one turn, which slowed down the amount of instants they could chew our life total down with. Because they only had 1 black mana. I could have put them in a situation where they only had 1 black mana available. So I definitely screwed up there. And that's the thing, we were under time pressure as well. Okay, so let's read something golden out of here. We totally stole that one. Let's go back at the deck list. There's a lot of things I liked about it. I felt Gutshot worked pretty well. I don't know if Vapor Snag is where we want to be. Maybe Vapor Snag is what could be replaced by... although Vapor Snag helped... I think it helped us win a game. I think Relic helped a lot. Those Deathrite Shamans would have killed us a long time ago if it wasn't for... Relic of Progenitus. So definitely like Relic. Relic worked. Harbinger, like, sort of worked for one turn when we bounced a Deathrite Shaman at end of turn, but our opponent could have played around that. And it looks like my computer's lagging too much to show us my deck. We gotta see the deck. We gotta see what worked, what didn't. We didn't really see Spell Pierce. There was like a lot of cards that we just didn't see. Like I drew Spell Pierce at the end of a game instead of the early part of a game. I will admit that the Wasteland Spell Pierce combo didn't really work at all. Like despite the fact wastelanding our opponent wastelanding themselves, Spell Pierce just didn't actually work out like I wanted it to. Which means that Daze probably wouldn't work out either. Okay, well while we're waiting for this, let's read something out of the draw phase. This phase is probably the simplest of all. In this phase, you must draw 1 card from the top of your library. You can then proceed to put into your hand or in play. What? You can then proceed to put it into your hand or in play. If you are unable to draw from your library, your opponent has defeated you. This is probably the most undesirable way to lose a game, since you don't have too much control over cards in your library, and you cannot really say that you were defeated with a great amount of skill. You know, just like how we won on time today. Remember, the other way your opponent can defeat you is to reduce your life points to 0 or less. Fast effects can also be played during this phase. It's actually not bad.
Mill decks have no skill.
The only confusing thing about this was you can proceed to put it into your hand or in play. No, you can't. You can't put anything. I don't know, unless there was some special effect that says drawn card is immediately put into play. You can't do that. You have to wait for your main phase to start playing your cards. Fast effects. Fast effects, people. You can do this during your phase. This was called a phase back then. The draw phase. These days it's called the draw step. Phase is too big. Too big for something that happens for too short of a time.
It's a few letters shorter. They can fit other letters onto the card.
Here we go. Something happening or something not happening? Where's my computer? My computer is dying here. I don't know what makes it do this. Some days it's good, some days it's bad. Today feels pretty bad. Yeah, I know I won the match. My opponent disconnected too. I'm sure he was just absolutely disgusted with that. He is on his way to Crytown. True Merfolk. There's a lot of things, like, a lot of games panned out where we just flooded out.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. So I'm wondering... Of course, we could play with an extra Phantasmal Image. There's nothing wrong with that. So I could take out 2 Vapor Snags for something. I definitely should put the third Cabinet of Souls back, a third Cabinet of Souls into the deck. Take out an island. We had some trouble against counterspells. And I didn't really have trouble finding islands. But I like islands because they're They have protection from Wasteland, but we also had a lot of these blue spells. I think Spreading Seas showed itself in the Dark Depths deck, and it also showed itself against what's it called? The Death and Taxes deck. I think actually we had a very good showing for Spreading Seas, so I'm not sure that I want to remove it. On the other hand, it is a liability game 1 against a deck with Daze. But let's say we play Spreading Seas and they play Daze. It's still a 1-for-1, except our opponent has to return the land to their hand, which means they set themselves back a turn. So it's essentially a boomerang, and you discard a card. So I would say that we're still ahead on that front if we play Spreading Seas and they Daze it, returning their land back to their hand. Even like I'm talking about an island, because it was already an island, so it's not like we lose very much. Relic of Progenitus was great. I really like playing with this card in the main deck. It can cycle itself. It was pretty good. Harbinger of the Tides is meh. Like the thing is, I don't know if I have too many effects that can deal with, say, like I'm trying to think of Dark Depths combo and Reanimator. Is Vapor Snag, Harbinger of the Tides, and Gilded Drake too much? And on top of that, Phantasmal Image is also a pseudo kind of answer to that. And I'm wondering, do we need 4 Wastelands? I don't know, these are questions I'll have to answer myself in my own testing. I definitely have to put some more creatures in here, though. This felt a little too light. But I thought it would do a little bit better than this. I don't know, maybe we got unlucky, but we only have, if we look at the deck right now, we only have 12 solid creatures, and then nothing more than that. But really, do Merfolk lists play any more than that? I mean, they do play with, like, more Mutavaults. I don't know, gotta think about it. Gotta think what can make this deck a little bit better. I don't mind trying out Smuggler's Copter. Smuggler's Copter is real. I think it's real in Legacy. It's a 2-mana creature that turns our Curse Catchers into gold, and we can sift through all the garbage cards in our deck. And there's not that much artifact destruction in the format. And it can block Delvers, and it can block stuff from Death and Taxes. Gutshot worked really well. Killed Young Pyromancers, killed Delver of Secrets just on time. So I think we had a good showing for Gutshot. It had some potential in the Death and Taxes matchup as well. I don't know. I'm just going to play around with this. I think a note, Chalice of the Void may or may not have been very good against the Delver decks. But that's it. I don't think it would have been good against the Dark Depths deck. I don't think it would have been... It obviously is not very good against the Death and Taxes deck, and it's also obviously not good against Jund and a slew of other decks. But that's not to say that it's useless. It could be jammed in the sideboard somewhere. And I think against the Omnitel deck, it also is not very good. Chalice of the Void, if you have it on the play, it may or may not beat them, and then on the draw, it would be completely useless. I think I would much prefer having cards like Spell Pierce on the draw against the Omnitel deck. Oh yeah, so that's that. So let's go play some random stupid game. Okay, I've downloaded a really buggy game called... What's this thing called? Octagon. And I don't know what to say about this game. Let's go. Enter. I cannot fall into the pit. I fell into the pit. Alright. There's not a lot of controls. I can jump. And if I jump, it seems to turn everything on its head, and then I just lose on the spot.
It's called instruction.
Oh, I get it. You jump here. Or not.
Oh no, that's how it works. Just jump quick.
Here we go. I'm not going to jump late this time, but we still seem to have a lot of... No, that was fine. And here we go. Game looks good enough. What the hell? This game is so finicky. Here we go. Yeah. I just hold on to the right button once I get there. This definitely feels like something I would like. There we go. There we go. Oh no, and there we go. We lost it. We fell off the wagon there. I like games like this. No learning curve whatsoever. Just throw you to the wolves. No, well... As you guys can see, my best is like, what, 9? It's not measured in time, it's measured in percent? Alright, Nikachu's gotten the hang of this game. Whoops. I'm always found the most arrogant when I lose. Right before I lose. I'm trying to hold back a lot of swearing here. Oh, damn it.
What's your problem?
It's one of those games that are, it's as hard as it looks. So the storyline here is I am a pool ball that's run loose. I'm the 8-ball. And they'll never catch me. Someone is not finishing their game, that's for sure. And the snooker people are really upset. Alright, the music got better. Aw, I got trapped. I went down the wrong... I had 2 paths. Of course I go down the wrong one. Go, ball, go! Escape the tyranny of shapes. Oh, damn it.
I'm sure I could.
Okay, well we could let you do this.
Alright.
I'll hand you the here.
What's the controls?
The controls are easy. It's left, right, and W
It's the jump?
is well it turns everything upside down, and then
Counterclockwise.
return. Yeah. Here's my brother trying to tell me he knows better. We'll call the first 5 warm-ups. Oh, there we go.
No, I just need it.
You can
No.
rest up here.
It's fine. Oh shit!
Well, I must say, your first try was a hell lot better than mine, but the second one isn't looking very impressive.
Well, I had the advantage of all the scripts you already made before.
Yeah, but still, this is like a dexterity sort of game. Like, who cares how much you've seen? You actually have to, like, be in it and play it. And it sort of looks like it speeds up and slows down.
What the hell was that? Alright, come on. Let's try.
Come on. Well, if we can't beat it, no one can beat it. I'm taking one more shot. Nah, forget it. I'm done with this game.
It's pretty good.
It's not bad. It's free, but it's buggy as hell. Like it was really hard even to get to this point. Oh no. I'm gonna stick to Magic the Gathering. Like, get out of here.
You should play that that other Magic game. They advertise it. Magic Duels.
Magic Duels? My brother wants us to play Magic. Should we play Magic Duels? Absolutely not. We're not playing Magic Duels. That's Pony Express. Is the farmland of the ponies.
Can you earn ticks within this? That can
Absolutely not. You can't earn anything there. You're not even playing the real game. It's like some watered down version for people who don't know the real game. I think the stack is reduced and whatever.
Oh, but is this that puzzle game where it's all the symbols and you gotta line them up like?
Well, I think that's something else. It's like
that's what I'm talking about. You should play that like Jewels.
Oh, the Jewels thing.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with Magic the Gathering except the name, and maybe they have pictures of Jace's.
That's right.
We'll think about it. We'll think about it.
Okay, that he'll consider.
So anyway, that's the end of this series. Thank you for watching. This is thanks to all my patrons supporting me on Patreon. I absolutely love the patrons. Oh, and of course I've got a sponsor. We got to plug in the sponsor there, themanabase.com. This has been Nikachu and his brother playing Merfolk in Legacy.